There's this guy named Sween's spoiler policy is genuinely outrageous and super inconsiderate, but makes sense for a Yank. It's not a Yank. That's not Yank behavior. It's him behavior.
That's crazy. If something is 5 years old and you don't know about it, you should fucking first.
5 years is not that long.
It's fucking half a decade. But
half a decade means nothing now.
It's still 5 years. What do you mean?
I think 5 years is too. If Gears of War 3 came out 5 years ago, I would be like, no, we're not going to spoil. I think 10 is valid. I think The Last of Us is safe to say.
I think maybe 2. I think genuinely maybe 2 years.
You are fucking stupid.
Maybe 2 years.
That is just a fucking retarded answer.
Maybe even less. But I'm just so inconsistent. I just don't care because for me the biggest thing is the experience of absorbing something.
Yeah,
it's not exactly
unfettered by other people.
No. It's the whole experience.
No. It makes too much sense.
I'm talking about my experience. I can't give everybody's, and I have to understand that,
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
For me, it's like if I hear like, oh,
I don't know what monorail you fell off of when you were 6 or something that made
for
you
real.
this way.
Like for real. Like if I care about something, right, and knowing what happens doesn't ruin it. But I also watch a lot of things that are adaptations in general. So I'm like, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to see something that I clearly want to see, but it's going to probably be not exactly what I'm expecting it to be.
But you can't tell me that objectively something is better absorbing it for the first time without knowing it.
You can't but knowing it doesn't destroy the experience for me.
Knowing it doesn't. Okay,
you just don't care about it being better for you.
I don't think that's.
It's like some people dry and some people with lotion. Like you're fine dry. You're like I'm good.
I think that's.
I don't
too
want
far.
lube.
I think for me it's like if I'm watching something, part of the experience is seeing it at the time I'm seeing it. That's a good portion of it. So if I view something that is already like, oh, I know that this happens. Like for me, seeing the Red Wedding. The Red Wedding I already knew about. I knew it was going to happen. But still seeing everything that led up to it and seeing pieces of what happens matters a lot to me.
Now imagine how much more impactful it would have felt if you didn't know.
I mean, I would have been like, oh, that's still really cool. But it didn't sour my experience.
Again, it's like
it's better. Like
dry versus lube, dude. That's what you're doing.
I guess it's better, but it doesn't ruin it for me.
That's what I'm saying. That's my perfect analogy.
But something not ruining it for someone. That's kind of like saying
people are like, "Oh my god, you ruined experience." It's like, okay, well, fuck, you didn't clear that. I mean, you clearly don't care that much at all.
No, but Kingston, that's like saying it's just like, yeah, I mean, I could stab you in the leg and it's not gonna kill you. Like it's not gonna. I'm not killing you.
That's not the same thing. That is frighteningly stupid.
It is. Just
Chris,
because something
not the same thing.
destroy the experience doesn't mean it doesn't ruin some aspect of it.
The experience of what it ruined is my experience of me walking. That's outwardly harm. If someone is experiencing a show and I spoil something for them, I'm sorry
I think you're misunderstanding.
I'm sorry that I upset you. I'll go as far as I'm sorry I upset you. Like, oh man, that's unfortunate I upset you. I'm not exactly sorry about spoiling things for you. I'm sorry.
I feel like that's a crazy. I'm sorry you're upset. Thing.
I'm sorry. Like that's what I apologize for. I'm not apologizing for. I'm like, whatever.
Dude. Very selfish point.
Especially if it's like years of it happening. It's like, oh, dude, whatever, man. Like, sorry.
What do you mean?
So like if somebody's like, you spoiled that Spider-Man is Peter Parker, I'm like, you
never spoiled. That's not anything.
You spoiled that the ending of the Spider-Man 2 movie where he becomes good again at the end. Fuck, he's like, dude, die.
Spider-Man 2 is old.
I give somebody, especially if it's something really popular, I'm like, dude, if I hasn't been spoiled to already, it's kind of crazy. Whatever. I just don't. It's
not
really
crazy
care.
because other people have courtesy.
I just don't care that much, man. I really just don't care that much.
It's such a weird thing to not care about.
It is. I think
it's a weird thing because you do care.
I don't.
That's the thing. It's like you care enough to have a staunch stance on this.
I only care that I upset somebody. I wish I didn't have to upset them. That's it. I do not care.
But you don't care because you haven't avoided doing it.
I'm purposely avoiding it now. I could spite spoil, but I don't do that. That's a difference. That's a thing of caring something.
Oh, somebody give him a medal for not spite spoiling.
No, I'm not saying. I don't want praise for it, but I'm saying like I could fucking spoil right now.
Yeah. You could.
And you'd be wrong. You're gonna die in 10 minutes, and I could kill you right now.
Yeah. I guess.
I think this is how I feel. Like he's content with instead of doing. I'll make it more universal. You're content with cheese pizza, and you will only order cheese pizza, even though other people would probably like more toppings. And you're like, no, this is fine, and I only care about this, so I'm getting this. And that's kind of like good enough for you, and you're not thinking about other people.
I would argue it's more like him ordering a Hawaiian for the entire party.
Well, see, but he would be beaten to death if that happened.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
I would say more like
imagine ordering pizza for a party and not having a single like plain or pepperoni there, and it's just all like fucking a hodgepodge. It's just all like it's just we only got Hawaiian.
See that's
you're fucking crazy.
That's too like. I totally understand what you're saying,
but it doesn't ruin the experience. It's
no.
It's still pizza at the end of the day.
What you're saying is I go into detail describing the exact thing that happens. That's if I go to this, like, exactly. So scene starts. Let's see. The very beginning of the game, you go through these various points that do this, and this. That's detailed.
It's final level.
That is detailed spoiling.
It's final level. It's legendary. It's prestige. It's whatever. That's
like sending someone a text. You open the text and immediately go see Alexa that won't turn off and describes to you exactly what happens in the show.
But it is interesting because it's like, look, there's plenty of times where things have been spoiled for me, and I was fine with it. But it's all contextual. Like it completely depends. If I know that say if someone spoiled Superman for me, this one that just came out, I don't care because relatively there's so many places that it can go. But if it's like horror films, you can't spoil horror films because that's the point of the element of surprise. There are certain games like if someone spoiled like say Expedition 33 for me, I'd be like, oh, what a bummer. Because now the journey's gonna be fine, but also the impact of the ending's not gonna really mean anything to me.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's just stuff like that. Like there's certain things.
If you spoil something with a twist, which I've spoiled twist a few times, and that I'm like, I feel bad because I'm like, oh man, I feel bad that I bought this because we're talking like let's say most recently, right? We were talking about Persona 4. This person was talking about the Persona 4 game, about the twist of the game,
yeah,
and then I said the twist, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And I was like, but you're talking about the twist of the game.
That's not exactly accurate, but like I know what you're trying to say.
That's the twist. You just brought up that there is a twist.
So they brought up there is a twist, but they didn't say what the twist is.
But they know about the twist, which is insane to me. If you know, how do you know about the twist of that game and not the twist of it?
Well, I feel like there's people like how they'll review stuff and they'll be like,
"That's it. You ran up to somebody who was like wounded, going for help, and then why are you looking for help?" And you killed them on the spot.
Same thing.
That's what you did. You're just like, "Oh, he knows. He's halfway to understanding what the spoiler is. Let me finish him off."
Yes, because it's like
that's so crazy.
How do you know that spoiler? I'm trying to figure like how do you know that
that's
spoiler?
Not what happened. He was not talking about a twist. There was no conversation.
They were literally bringing us. We were talking about twists in games.
They weren't.
And someone else brought up Persona 4. And then I was like, well, yeah, obviously you're not going to guess that twist out of nowhere. Our friend was we were talking about like this. Let me put the exact same thing that happened. We were talking about how video games, particularly Persona games, a lot of JRPGs, the twists are kind of evident, like, oh, this is going to be the twist.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, a lot of Persona games have twists. And one of our friends was like, but you can see it coming. And I was like, well, the twist in Persona 4 is not evident. And my friend was like, oh, it's kind of an evident twist. And I was like, so
that's not that what happened
the person is the person that's doing it. And they were like, I've not even done with the game. And I'm like, but you're in the conversation about the game.
How do you remember it?
That the person who got it spoiled was not contributing to the conversation specifically because they didn't want to have it spoiled. You were having a conversation with somebody else. It was not the person involved.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, so it got spoiled for so somebody else knew about it and they were talking, and then the person that was just
they were being considerate. They were talking about it in a considerate way, and he didn't. Basically,
they brought up the twist, and I was like, well, the twist is this, and I did spoil the twist. I get it's a pretty significant point of the game. It is the whole twist of the story. And I felt bad that I bothered them. I was like, I'm sorry, man. You're not going to experience that. That's unfortunate. But also, this game came out in 2008.
Right, but
I'm sorry. This game is nearly older than, I don't know, maybe South Sudan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about. There's a couple of games that there are games though that I still would like that are fucking old that I would not spoil because I think like there's a lot of shit. Like the whole point of those games, if you haven't experienced them, it's like you should experience that.
I think spoiling narrative video games is unfortunate.
Like spoiling
narrative.
Spoiling BioShock to me would be like that would suck because like the big point of that is like so. That hit me like a truck when I first played it.
I mean, it's like spoiling Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's like, oh no, Dracula's at the end. It's like, who gives a fuck?
Well, that's not really what BioShock is.
But that's it's not a narrative. Like narrative video games in general, spoiling a narrative sucks.
Yeah,
that's the point of it. So I was like, I felt bad, especially RPGs, especially JRPGs. The reason why you're not playing those games for any other reason other than a narrative. You're not there. You're not there for like, oh, I really like how this game is boring most of the time.
Anyway.